Welcome, Breitbart Nation. We're live here at the we got a little crowd at the Orlando Sanford International Airport. The president, it was just over a week ago that he contracted the coronavirus, but over the weekend, the White House physician said that he's cleared, and the president didn't waste any time putting another campaign rally on his schedule. So we're live here. We're going to talk to some of the great patriots who decided to come, see where they're from, and see what's going on. Oh, you want to go live there? Jerome Hudson here, Breitbart News Entertainment editor, with our first guest. We're live on Facebook right now. Breitbart News. What's your name?
John.
Captain
JP.
So John, Voters for Trump. We got the Voters for Trump sign here.
So this is one of the messages that I think is so important. Right now they're trying to basically suppress us. They're saying that we're fatigued, right? That we don't have any energy. But the events that we're doing, the boat events, the car rallies, everything, they're just going like crazy. They're increasing. So the message is now, yes, we are better off than we were 4 years ago, as long as President Trump is still president. So.
Interestingly enough, the Gallup poll survey said that 56% of the people asked in that survey said that they were better off today than they were 4 years ago. It's a record high. The political press didn't really cover that, but it just goes into what you're saying. At the same time, Joe Biden's getting about 3 golf carts to show up at his event.
It's funny you mentioned the golf carts because there was up in the Villages, not far from here.
Yeah.
It's big Trump country up there, but they just Biden had, I think, 40 golf carts or so come out for their Biden rally up there. The next few days later, Trump had their rally for golf carts, and I think like 3,000 golf carts showed up. So there's no comparison.
You were all on the Trump train 4 years ago as well?
You know, I haven't been a political guy my entire life.
Sure.
I voted for Trump, voted Republican in the last couple of elections. What did it for me was the Kavanaugh hearings.
Okay.
And when I witnessed what they did and the left did to Kavanaugh, I realized what was going on and realized I had to take a bigger stand. And now, I mean, it was just despicable. Now we fast forward all the great stuff that Trump has done. We come around to the COVID crisis and the riots and everything. And I just think it's more important now for everybody, do what you can, get involved. So I created Voters for Trump, the movement, as a site that we could aggregate all the inspirational events that were going on in the country at a time when we were locked down to spread the inspiration, spread the enthusiasm and excitement, and it's been incredible.
Love it. It's interesting because, Kamala Harris, senator on the Judiciary Committee, led the charge smearing Justice Kavanaugh for his Catholicism. And today, the Senate Judiciary hearings kicking off the hearings. Well, I didn't forget. A lot of people have forgotten.
That's right.
It's just interesting you bring that up because we already have the faux leftist Handmaid's Tale protesters outside of the Supreme Court today. We already see the Democrats attacking Judge Barrett today.
And it's incredible, Jerome, right? So supposedly Biden is a devout practicing Catholic, yet he endorses infanticide. I mean, how hypocritical are these folks? It's unbelievable. So, the hypocrisy runs deep, and it's just treachery at this point. And we've got to fill that seat with the right people and put conservative values back into this country.
And you said you're from the Miami area as well?
Yeah, I'm down to Miami now.
Just traveling around.
Yep, and I'm telling you, listen to me. We were down at the car rally, and it was the anti-communist,
anti-socialist
communist
in Miami.
Yep, and it was
30,000 vehicles.
Were you guys down there?
We weren't, but we just put up exclusive coverage of it.
It was outstanding. Sergio and I were down there, and he was riding around in the back of the pickup truck waving the
Causing
flag.
trouble as usual.
You couldn't hear for 24 hours. The horns were honking so loud.
30,000 vehicles. I mean, it was an anti-socialist caravan.
Yes.
But there were a lot of Trump signs, posters, flags,
go hand in hand.
which tells you a lot.
So the Cuban and Venezuelan communities down in Miami-Dade County are strong, and they've been doing really well under President Trump, as we all have been doing really well. But in particular, that community down in Miami-Dade County is incredibly excited. Everywhere I go, and I live out near the Redlands area, which is the agricultural area, Trump signs, Trump flags, Trump banners everywhere out there, which you never saw in the past. So believe it when I tell you that it's
Culture
happening.
shift, man.
It's happening.
I appreciate it very much. Sergio, you want to say something?
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, Brightbar, are you guys out of Santa Monica?
I live in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
Purdy is from the swamp in D.C.
Okay, well,
I drove down this morning.
I came here. I am basically an exile of the Hollywood music and acting business, TV actor.
Congratulations.
And yes, and a touring rock musician. I'm still active, and I found out that in Hollywood, their political and their spiritual views are totally skewed.
Yeah.
And as a Christian conservative, I found an unbelievable amount of resistance, where I had to make two decisions: either you join the swamp or you do your own thing. So I decided to do my own thing. I worked myself up to a level where I can no longer have to be there.
Yeah.
So I left, and now quality of life has improved. I've come to Florida and joined the Voters for Trump Coalition and helping them spread the word about these rallies we're having on the water. And it's great. It's absolutely great. And
You were ahead of the curve. I mean,
Yeah.
the beautiful state have a lot of friends in Northern California, but between the wildfires, rolling blackouts, I mean, it's California. We're not talking about a third world country. And the taxes,
yeah.
you were way ahead of the curve getting out.
That's another thing. Look, the quality of life suffers because you could have a protest outside your house. You got 1,000 people trying to burn down your town at all times. It's not just these riots.
They're in Beverly Hills.
In Beverly Hills. Then you're taxed up the wazoo. Everything costs 3 times as much because of supply chain, and then they don't even take care of infrastructure, like you said. You're supposed to take kindling and other brush off the ground during heat waves, and make sure or make runs where the fire is not able to jump over to other
burn.
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. They don't do that because, hey, a turtle that may be endangered may possibly live there. Well, we haven't confirmed it's there, but pass the legislation anyway.
Right.
And let's not do that. So the whole state's on fire. And then there are 2 main industries, which are basically hospitality and entertainment. They have allowed the far left to take over both of them, ruining them both. Look, They've ruined the NBA, they've ruined the NFL, they've ruined music, they've ruined acting, they've ruined
The
hotels.
left ruins everything.
Dude, go to Venice. The most expensive and luxurious Riviera in the United States. It looks like a scene out of Mad Max. Come on.
Squalor, homelessness.
Absolutely. Misery.
Needles, yeah.
So that's why I'm here. So I'm in Florida for better quality of life. I tour, I go do my acting jobs, but I'll fly. But living
I
there,
love it.
bye California.
It's a soul sucker,
Thanks so
California.
much, guys.
Yeah.
As a Floridian, I appreciate
Thank you.
that
Hey.
massive commercial you just gave.
Thank you.
We're really grateful to you guys for what you're doing, helping support our cause too.
Thank
Yeah, he has a car too. Tag us if you can.
Got you.
Outstanding. All right, good looking out. Thanks, guys.
You want the spelling?
Well, I got that, and then I just need permission.
Oh, disclaimer?
To mean it.
Meme it.
Okay.
No, but I'll give you permission anyway.
Yeah, what's your first name?
SERGIO MICHEL, Sergio Michel, and that's my name is .com.
And where are you
Sergio
at
Michel.
now?
I live in Jupiter, Florida, and I used to live in Hollywood, California. Wait, do you want me to redo that? Or
No,
you
you're good. You're good.
Okay.
What's your first name?
I'm Captain JP, and I'm
Can you spell your first name?
JOHN.
Great. And where are you out of?
I'm out of Homestead, Florida.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Living life on boats. Hello, hello.
Hello. Yay, Trump 2020.
That guy's from the swamp right there, though.
Hello. Hey, how's it going? We're live on Facebook. Would you guys like to say hello to Breitbart Nation?
I'll be right back to that.
Yes, sir. Let's say a few words. We're live on Facebook right now.
Great.
Where you guys from?
Inverness, Florida.
Inverness.
Yeah.
Both of you. You guys look young and strapping. You're young, good-looking Floridians for Trump.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you guys was on the Trump train in 2016?
Yeah, well,
Day
this is our
one?
first year. This will be our first year voting,
Okay,
actually.
so you're old enough to vote.
Yep.
You just missed it. Excellent. What's I mean, you're going against the grain. A lot of people in your generation are leftists, reflexively. A lot of times it's not their fault. They go to college, they get indoctrinated. How did you break from the herd?
Family,
Yeah.
a little bit. It's kind of cultural too, in our area. But really just looking into things for yourself.
Okay.
grew up in.
So the environment sort of reimposed. Well, that's what's up, man. Your first Trump rally?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
We had no
He was
clue what to
just up in
expect.
Jacksonville. I mean, good Lord. Just over 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We were live down there, too. Well, it will be a bash. It already is. This line continues to get longer.
We thought we were early. We got here at noon, and we got this like mile line.
No, we're already several hundred Trumpsters deep already. He will not be landing for several more hours. I appreciate you guys. You're getting all your friends, right? Even if they're on the fence, you're getting them off the fence to vote for the president, right? All right. I appreciate you guys.
Or conservative because he was in the military.
Yeah, so
all
my
and he
dad's
knew.
Marines.
And but the rest, my mom, she grew up Democrat, and they used to cancel each other's vote out.
50 states. November 3rd, 50 states.
Oh man.
Red.
Two guys. You too. This is gonna be my fun.
Hello.
Woohoo!
Would you like to say a few words to Breitbart Nation?
My wife here. Yes.
Your name is
My name is Vincent Nguyen,
Vincent,
and my wife.
and your lovely wife is.
How are you, darling?
Well, your name is
Tootie Nguyen.
Tootie and Vincent. So, are you guys from the local area?
Yes, we are from Orlando here.
Okay.
And we are Vietnamese immigrant.
Okay.
And we are here today to support the President Trump again.
Okay. So the deep state political media doesn't think that the president has Vietnamese supporters, but here you are, live in the flesh.
Let me tell you something. We have so much experience with the communists, with the socialists. We have so much experience. So we must support our President Trump, not Biden.
The choice is pretty clear. Joe Biden's already told us that he's going to raise our taxes if he should get elected. We know how he stands. I mean, he's had campaign staffers who've donated to bail funds. They want to water down and weaken our police. You're saying from personal experience, you know where the direction goes under leftist leadership.
Exactly. My wife, she can tell you something about her journey to the US here.
Well, 45 years ago, I arrived to the United States as a 10-year-old little girl. My father was a commercial fisherman, so he got the whole family out. And we bought the U.S. aircraft carrier. That's how we arrived to Guam. And then from then, we settled down in Louisiana. And 45 years later, I tried to pass that experience to my 4 children. We grew up in a free country, and the reason we left Vietnam because communists was taking over. And nowadays we see the younger generation doesn't see that because they didn't have to live through that experience, so they tend to gear to the socialist idea, but to us that is horrible experience for most Vietnamese refugees, immigrants, and we would like to get the words out. Support President Trump if you want to save your freedom, your amendments and all that. Because to us, freedom is the most important thing in our life. We sacrifice everything to come to this country. We let go of everything to start all over again with our empty hands, and we will glad to do it again if we have to. But freedom is very important, and I hope if President Trump win again for 4 more years, the younger generation will see how important it is to have freedom. You can have anything in life, but without freedom, it is nothing. It is nothing.
Yeah, the Democrats are definitely about crushing freedom. It's interesting. Joe Biden has been to Florida exactly one time since the Democratic National Convention. It's almost as if he's given up on the state, particularly when you contrast that. He's been to Pennsylvania 11 times. You have 4 kids. Are they all in the Trump camp? And then their spouses, assuming that they're married? Like you've multiplied the Trump vote, right?
Yes.
Not just you two.
Yes.
But your spouse, your kids, the whole family.
Yes.
Well, you did a good job.
Yeah, we support him, and we pray God to protect him, keep him safe, keep him healthy, because we know he had been travel all over to rally his campaigns, and we just pray that God is good and God is with him all the way. And to say the most, we are very fortunate as a Vietnamese refugee immigrants, very fortunate to live in one of the greatest countries in the world. Some people, especially the younger generation, didn't see how fortunate they are yet. But if you come from a country where freedom is so important, you will realize this is one of the greatest countries on earth to be living in.
We had mass arrests of rioters in Portland, Oregon recently. They represent a contingent that is generally young people, the type of people that you're talking about, who don't appreciate the types of liberties and freedoms that they have, the opportunity to do anything if they have an idea and put in a lot of hard work. And a lot of them actually hate this country. What would you say to those people? A lot of them young people.
Yes. I would like to say to them that thank God for everyday blessing, because they were born here, they were raised here in all this freedom. They didn't have to go through what we went through in my country, because we grew up in a country with continuous war and battles and dying and suffering. So kids nowadays are very fortunate to be born in this wonderful country, but they didn't realize how fortunate they are until they have to live through the experience like us. So I just want to say, you guys out there, please appreciate what you got. Respect God, respect the president, let him do his job. Because if he doesn't do his job right, who would have voted for him 4 years ago?
Yeah.
And if he be re-elected again for 4 more years, the choice is right. So the least you can do is respect God, respect the president, be a good citizen, don't create any more chaos, and be productive. Get out there, be productive, do something productive to the community, like volunteer or go back to school, get a good job, and register to be in the Army or the Navy, because my family, my younger brother was in the Marine for over 10 years, and later on he served 3 presidents as a Secret Service agent. And he was only 3 years old when he came to the United States.
Wow.
So we are very proud to have a Marine / Secret Service agent in the family who give back to the community. And I hope one day my kid or my grandkid will enlist themselves in the Army or the Navy or the Air Force to give back to the country that have opened their arms and brought us in and keep us safe and give us all this freedom. This is a wonderful country, guys. You don't know what you had until you lose it. So please respect God and respect the president.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Could you guys spell your first name for us?
T as in Tom,
Got it?
Goes
My
by
name,
nickname Tootie.
My name Vincent. Vincent.
Great, and you're from Orlando, right?
Yeah, from
And
Orlando.
the
yes.
last name is Ann as in Nancy.
You don't need to get that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
We don't want people stopping.
And
We can get a hold of each other.
Sorry, guys, I'm framing up for a picture.
Facebook or anything like that?
Yeah, we're live right now on Facebook. Thank you.
Can you add us on your
Okay.
Facebook
okay, thank you
It's
so
on
much.
there
We
now.
will. Thank you so much.
so we can
Bright Park
follow?
Facebook. Yep.
One more years, ladies. One more years. Please make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you.
Okay, look like interview her. Fair,
Right.
Yeah,
fair
yeah,
to her.
you're like-
Yeah, fair to her. Okay.
All right, there you go.
Okay. Look this way.
We're posing for a
1,
picture.
2, 3.
Thank
First
you.
time.
So this is your
Live
your,
posting,
Facebook?
posing
Yes,
for
ma'am.
pictures. Love it. Breitbart News. Yep. Matthew Purdy with Breitbart News. It's been a pleasure. You guys take care, all right? Have fun.
I'm from Jacksonville. I drove down.
Yeah.
Oh wow! God bless you guys.
Thank you. God bless you.
Sailboat place where you come into the airport. 4 more years, baby.
Hello. Hello. We're live on Facebook right now. You guys want to say hi to Breitbart Nation? Millions of people streaming.
MAGA baby!
What are your names? Just first names.
Kayla. Kaylin.
Dylan.
Kaylin and Dylan. Are you guys from the local area?
Yeah. Yes,
Oh,
we
nice.
are.
So you're young, and there are unfortunately a lot of young people who don't appreciate the president, don't even appreciate the country, but you're out here. Is your first Trump rally?
This is
My
my
first.
third. Second.
My first.
First, second, third.
Yep.
So Dylan, I mean, is your first one? Did it take a lot of convincing?
No, not at all. When I heard he was coming to Sanford, I was on the way.
He was in Jacksonville a couple weeks ago. You've seen him. He's been in Florida a lot, so yeah.
We usually just go when he's like local, really close.
I didn't know about the Jacksonville one till the night of, and I was like, I was bummed we didn't go,
It
but
was a little bit more. I had a little bit more heads up than you did. It was fun. Same atmosphere. Just crowds and hundreds of people. I mean, what has you excited though about the president here?
First rally after he got over COVID. He's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
He's gonna be hyped, ready to go.
He's handled the virus well. I mean, the economy. We're in the V-shape recovery.
it's ever been.
The experts.
The best it's ever been.
Quote unquote experts said that we wouldn't be in the V-shape. Certainly not. But he's getting it done through it all, despite the headwinds.
Yes, he is, no matter what anyone says.
Now, where are the rest of your friends?
Working?
We got a couple
Working?
working.
See, that's the point. That's the point. They have jobs to go back to now. Joe Biden's out there. He's all over the map on shutting down and masks and everything else. But the choice is pretty easy for you guys.
Obvious. Way obvious.
Trump 2020,
Freedom is
24,
our
20,
choice.
28, 2032, 36.
What message would you send to the president? He's beat the hell out of the virus. He's planning on beating the Democrats. If you could send any message to him, what would you say?
A big thank you
Yes.
for everything
Definitely.
you've done.
We appreciate you.
It works for us every day.
You've been amazing. We couldn't have asked for a better president.
Awesome, right there from Generation Z, I guess. I lost count. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Could you guys spell your first names?
Kayla, K-A-Y-L-A.
Kaylin, Kaelyn.
Dylan, Dylan.
And all Florida residents, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Well, have a good time out there.
You too. Thank y'all.
Take it easy.
Woo!
They say y'all in Florida too, huh?
Oh yes. Y'all.
Love it.
General term.
Yeah. It's in the language.
Have a good one.
You too. Thank y'all.
Yeah. It's pretty common for to see the rallies that go on.
They're so
$5 down the floor. They withhold the Jericho from
Yeah, we are too.
Hey, we're Trump supporters. We don't need that.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
That cameraman Purdy flew all the way down from the swamp.
You guys should be on there. Look how you're ducked out.
Everyone can be on. Your name, sir?
Mine?
Yes.
I'm Paul.
Paul?
Wolf. Yeah.
You're from the Sanford, Orlando area?
I'm actually from the Villages.
Okay, so you drove up a little while.
About an hour and a half.
You came with your lovely
Oh,
wife
my
here?
better half here, yes.
34 years, yes.
What had you guys excited about the president?
Everything.
Yeah, just everything he's done. I mean, I was excited when he came down the when he came down the escalator. I was very excited about it because he's a businessman, not a professional politician, and he gets things done. That's what he's used to. Overcoming obstacles, getting things done, and I can't tell you, I've not been disappointed at all.
He's certainly overcome a lot of political obstacles, but this would be his first rally after overcoming the coronavirus.
Yes, exactly.
We're having the hearings right now for what will be his third Supreme Court pick in his first term. It's pretty amazing.
3 scoops, yeah.
3 scoops. The Democrats are already smearing Judge Barrett. How do you think that's going to play out?
I think it's going to come back to bite them because they're picking on a woman's religion, her belief system, not her politics, and I don't think the American people are going to stand for that. Yeah.
What about your family, your neighborhood? Pretty much pro-Trump. I asked because Joe Biden he's only been here once since their convention. Seems like he's pretty much given up.
Well, we'd have to find it on a map. First off, that may be difficult. It's after all, I mean, he's in what, Delaware? We're 750 billion trillion miles away. But as far as our neighbors, I mean, as you drive down our street, it's Trump, Pence, Trump, Pence, Trump, Pence. Right across the street, a guy came down from Alaska, Snowbird, and he's a Biden supporter all by himself. So he's cloistered in there, just like Sleepy Joe is in his basement.
It's lovely.
They've got that in common, yeah.
Villages.
Yes, the Villages.
It's Trump country down there.
Oh, it's Trump country. I don't know where it isn't, actually. I'm amazed.
It's a good point. I mean, I live in Jacksonville, so I drove down this morning, and I go through the Riverside, Avondale area. You see more Biden signs. But it's interesting to me because there are Trump signs in one house and Biden signs in the next house. The media would have you believe that, we're just fighting like cats and dogs. And it's really the only way that they can win, just to use the race card to beat us over the head. But this president, I mean, he's been above it all. We're in the V shape of the economic recovery that the pundits said would never happen.
Yes.
So you're feeling good about his election.
I feel very good about his election. Yeah. I just can't imagine any true American that once they are informed about what's going on would vote Democratic. I mean, I grew up in a Democratic household. My dad's no longer a Democrat, and he was a worker for the Democratic Party.
It's the party that wants to do away with the combustion engine at this point. They are going to raise taxes. They're doing it in states. I mean, they're running out of people to tax in California, but that's not going to stop them. I mean, they're letting you know all of the terrible things that they're going to do, and we're still trying to climb our way out of a pandemic. So I agree with you, but I like the mask being off. Nancy Pelosi with the 25th Amendment Commission. But that's how they're acting when they're out of power.
Yeah.
You can only imagine what they'll do to this country if they win.
Well, I think that's a dry run. Her doing the 25th Amendment's a dry run. If Biden were to somehow win, that's what they would enact upon him to get him out of there.
They've both called it the Harris-Biden ticket.
Exactly.
Paul, I appreciate it very much.
You should.
What's your name?
Julie.
Julie?
Julie Harris.
Julie?
Spring
and
Hill.
This is your lovely husband?
56 years, yeah.
Yes.
Your name?
Bob Harris.
Bob? What do you have to say, Julie?
The reason that the polls are so in favor of Biden is that anybody is afraid to tell their neighbors, tell the public that they're a Trump supporter for fear of the retribution that could come their way. And that is where we are in this country. You cannot say that you're a Trump supporter.
Because they don't have anything to talk about, so they want to end up with violence. And to try to discuss something with them on a civil basis, it's just not possible. They'll start hollering and screaming at you. And what are they doing now in Portland? And what are they doing now in Seattle? It's just awful, and we need to stop that. Donald Trump created, first of all, jobs. If you don't want a job, then don't vote for Mr. Trump. If you want something for free, then listen to Mr. Biden. But we can't keep giving away free. We work for a living. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Take care, guys.
Bob, grab that chair. That guy let me sit in it.
Okay.
You can do it from home. I like air conditioning. And it's all about reaching out to your friends, family, neighbors. Yes, that's a nice shirt. Good. That's a nice shirt. Family, anyone?
Hi.
How you doing?
It's all about reaching out to your friends, family, and neighbors and visiting them with information.
Gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello.
Very important.
Lovely shirt. Hello.
People that work
Good, guys.
Yep.
Thank you.
I've watched you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys, we're gonna walk up the line a little bit. The line seems to be drastically moving and kind of coming together, so we're gonna move up the line more.
Like what keeps counting the back of my leg?
Again, guys, if you're tuning in, I am Matthew Purdy with Breitbart News. Jerome Hudson is the one doing the interviews. We are just interviewing people in line for today's Trump rally in Sanford, Florida. And right now I'm just walking up to the front of the line because they're starting to pack people together. Thank you. They're starting to get, what I mean is they're starting to get the line through. So
Oh no, I live in Melbourne.
No sharp objects or anything like that? It's just a purse. Could have brought some.
All right, is this it? We're gonna unpack here.
Our protest is part of the
Have CAR to the back, right? Keeping America safe. So I just put a sticker on it.
Yeah.
Chloe, ditch it on the way. It's empty. Chloe. Chloe.
You got this. Did you call me? You and I got to balance the checkbook. You see Mary?
Moving again.
This line just keeps on growing and moving.
All right, come on.
All right, give me that, Mom.
That one was excellent. You know, we had the Air Force One flag.
I know, that's why I want to go ahead and keep going.
I'm Ricky, baby.
Oh, Kathleen. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I drove from St. Augustine.
You came from St. Augustine?
Okay, I came right here. It looks like they're just building up.
Yeah, they just bring it up to the overflowing onto the road.
There'll be a place to toss that on the way. Hand me your purse.
Thank you. I just said today or then. He said, honestly, I think today. So, I want to thank.
You came all Kate, you're a friend. You came all. He said I can all.
That's our brother.
Yeah, the end of the line, the end of the line.
Trump! We're going to the handicap.
There we go. Just give me a hand, the end.
And then you can throw away too. It's just like
Yeah.
Here.
Hey guys.
He's going to be in an American
You're in
flag
line.
tank top.
Okay. You're in line.
We got a winner here. And your name is?
Randy.
Randy and Ben?
I'm Crystal.
Crystal. So where are you guys from?
Lake Allen, so close by.
Yeah.
Deltona.
Your first Trump rally?
Tampa.
Okay. First one, huh? Why are you excited to see the president?
3 weeks out. I've never got to meet a president before, and I think it's pretty cool to see, like, for the first time, the first president I've ever really gotten behind. It's cool to be able to be this is the first president I'll see. So.
Did he win you over? I mean, were you a day one supporter?
I was a day one supporter.
Yeah.
I liked him from the first moment he got on stage, the first time to announce that he was going to be president. I always thought it was going to be awesome.
It's just Hillary Clinton just didn't have. She just wasn't appealing for you. I mean,
I'd rather not say about it. I don't want to come up missing.
And what about you?
Definitely a Trump supporter since the beginning, and I'm really excited to be here. And, you know, we've never had a president that cares this much in a really long time. I think he's one of the most amazing presidents we've ever had, especially what he's had to deal with. So it's been pretty amazing. So I'm really excited about this.
Any particular policy or achievements that the economy? Yeah. I mean, this thing was. Your name is?
Kimberly.
Kimberly.
And I'm from Sanford, Florida.
Yeah? Right here.
Right here.
The economy was booming before the virus came over. The president had to shut it down. You could tell it was the last thing he wanted to do, but he did it.
Country back up. Florida's doing great. I work at a restaurant. We've been open since May 4th. Not one coronavirus breakout there. We don't wear masks. We work outside. It's great. Nobody.
Governor DeSantis has been really strong on that, saying we'd never do another lockdown again.
No, we cannot do that to our economy, our country, our people, our children. No, we have to put them back in school. We got to get everything back open. Period. The end. Biden wants to shut us back down. We're not going to let Biden get in to shut us back down.
He also wants to raise taxes.
Oh, yeah. We like our taxes. We like what Trump has done to our taxes. We love Trump. He's done an amazing job. 4 years, he completed his promises to America. And that's all I got to say. He's the man. And he needs 4 more years to do more for us.
He's the Senate judiciary hearings have kicked off today.
And they are nasty.
For Judge Barrett.
And the Democrats are already being nasty because I've been watching it while I've been here. And it's disgusting. I want her. I know Americans want us to go ahead and fill that seat. I don't know where they're getting their 74% of the fake news, but it's not like that.
Joe Biden's only been to Florida once since the convention.
He don't need to come here. He can stay wherever he's at. The basement is great for Biden. He can read off his teleprompter.
You said he came here? You said he came here to pander?
He came here to pander. He came here to play, was it Despacito? Like, bro, get out of here, man. There ain't nobody here that want none of your pandering. Like, stay out of Florida, please.
He's underwater with Hispanic voters, where Hillary Clinton was in 2016. Joe Biden's underwater with blacks compared to where Hillary Clinton was in 2016.
You and me, like, we are waking up, man. Yeah. Like, we see the truth. We see what Democrats have been doing for years. We understand that it's just nothing but a plantation.
President Trump stood in a black church and said, "What the hell do you have to lose?" And then he governed. He made a long-term funding plan for historically black colleges. Black women opened new businesses at a record number.
Or was it the Second Step Act or something like that? Criminal Justice Reform. Yeah.
You're saying he governed and he did things that a lot of politicians talked about for a long time. Certainly Hillary Clinton would have just
She would have came out and talked to us about hot sauce again. So I mean,
but thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
They went to put their stuff in their car. Trump 2020! 4 more years! Donald Trump!
12 more years!
Yeah!
Trump forever!
Tell him, Charlie.
Trump.
This is our future right here. And she's being smart. She's being raised right. That's why.
And that's the big camera thing.
and then see the big picture thing. And
It's good for one day.
I don't know, but I may run to the car in a minute. Okay. I might run to the car in a minute. Now, if they move.
Updates. Chips, cheeseburgers, cold soda.
Cheeseburger patrol. Maybe about 300 or 400. It's not that bad.
I am. Just a few words. Your name is?
Ami.
What was your name?
Ami.
And you're from the local area?
I'm from Lake Mary.
Okay. Is your first Trump rally?
Second. Well, actually, I went to the Latinos for Trump with Mike Pence 2 days ago.
Oh, wow. And you are Latino?
No, my girlfriend is Latino.
Okay.
She took me.
All right. I'm glad I asked. Indian?
Indian.
For Trump?
Yes.
Have you started that?
No,
Is
I've
there
not.
an Indian for Trump?
I've seen some shirts, but I don't know if it's anything official.
It's not too late. We got 21 days left.
It's a good idea.
What does the president done? What is he doing that has you excited for him here?
Well, I think capitalism is so important for our country, and I think that we want lower taxes so small businesses can come up.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's what America is about.
Thank you.
Right? And we cannot have the big businesses crush the small businesses. And that's what I think Trump is doing. And I'm for law and order. I believe that we cannot have I think that we can have peaceful protests, but not rioting. So those are the things and I want school choice.
Okay.
I want my kids to be able to go to whatever school they want to go to. And that is very important to me.
Joe Biden he just said that he'd repeal the Trump tax cuts, which would effectively be a tax hike. On your second point, the Florida Police Chiefs Association, for the first time ever, just endorsed the president. I'm not sure that there are any more major police associations left that haven't endorsed the president. He's doing the Operation Legend. It's in almost a dozen cities, many of them Democrat-run cities. They're driving down violent crime, murders in Chicago, in Detroit. It's amazing that he's been able to govern despite the headwinds and actually get things done. Joe Biden, on the other hand, he'd roll all that back if he won.
And I'm completely against that. I think that the tax cuts that the president brought in were really good for businesses, particularly small businesses. So I want the president to have 4 more years to secure the border, because I think there's a lot of human trafficking that comes in too across the border. And as a woman, I worry about other women and children that come in against their will. So those are the things that I stand for the president for.
Thank you so much. And you can't let you get away. Your name, just first name? Rebecca.
Yes.
Are you from here, Rebecca? Okay. Your first rally?
No, I went with, yes. Well, I came to Sanford with my mom in 2016 and Lakeland in 2016. And that with her.
Yes, right.
So what's got you excited about the president here 21 days out?
Lots. He's making America great again. I brought my niece with me today. Hi.
Your name?
Madison.
Madison, are you old enough to vote?
I just turned 18. I'm going to vote Trump 2020.
Right. Not a lot in your generation.
I've got one at home too.
I mean, I don't know. I think there are more 18-year-olds, Madison, like yourself.
Trump supporter friends, definitely. Yeah.
It's sort of really creating a culture shift. It feels like I'm the entertainment editor. I sort of see it. A lot of people are unafraid to support him and to say they support him. There are some people on social media who are deleting their social media because you quite literally can be canceled. But you're 18 and you just turned 18. I mean, was it one thing or a series of things?
Like growing up in like a Christian family, like my whole family, we all support like the same values, like we all believe the same things, and I feel the same way, like based off like my own beliefs, like it's just how it is and how it should be. Like
Democrats, their values. I mean, they're all upside down. Certainly, your mother as well. So you're a suburban mom for Trump. You don't exist according to the political media.
We do. Yeah. Some of them are silent, but we definitely do.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much.
Can I get a picture with you?
Yes, sure.
I got you and me. And I'll put you on Jerome's book.
Thank you for buying me.
Jerome Hudson with the celebrity status.
Do you want one?
Yeah, sure. Can you get that?
Shit right there.
Apoya todo lo malo, la belleza de todos los Black Lives Matter, y eso es imposible. Nosotros estamos aquí por primera vez con esta actividad, apoyando a Donald Trump con lo básico, con la tranquilidad. Todos son americanos, Donald Trump lo que está intentando luchar con la farmacéutica, con los médicos, con todo. Lo que pasa es que no puede luchar todo.
Breitbart Nation.
Hello, Chicago from Sanford Airport, Florida.
Not about me, guys. It's about Trump today. Triumphant comeback. So you're from Chicago. Your name is
Cheryl Brandt,
Cheryl.
Wheeling, Illinois.
Wow. That's is that I don't really know where that is. Outside of Champaign, I don't know the geography of.
Chicago suburbs.
Is it Trump country up there?
No, but it is going to be now. So we're going to become a red state for this election.
And you are?
I'm Lucy, and I'm from DeBerry.
Yeah. Your first rally?
No, I have a master's degree in political science, so I teach political science back home.
High school, college?
Community college. Yes.
You're a Trump supporting professor in Illinois. That's quite the minority.
That's an oxymoron.
You found yourself in. What has you guys excited for the president?
Oh, yeah. We're excited to meet the President of the United States.
21 days ago.
Yes.
Joe
yes.
Biden's given up on Florida.
That's right.
He's only been here once since the convention.
That's right.
To prove we don't have to be in fear anymore about the coronavirus. He's showing us, do not be afraid.
We did not waste any time. We got. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Now, what is this, local?
Yeah, every year. Young guys. Charlie Kirk guys. Turning point. Like, when I come back. There was a speech that Trump did to Ken. And they're like kind of surrounding him. He did the mini mic thing. Where he just kind of. Thank you as well. Of mine? Oh,
Ambassador to the Organization of the American States, Carlos Trujillo.
Right, Barnhouse? All right, man.
And a friend of mine, I just recovered from a very serious health case from nothing taking Maria Diaz.
Yeah.
For the NFL.
I'll tell you what, that was good.
Okay, hey you guys, my next batch here. Listen real quick.
I also want to.
Mark! Yeah!
Go Donald Trump!
Yes! Woo! Breitbart, we love you! CNN sucks! Yes! Trump 2020!
Go, baby.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Love you! We love you!
Network.
Look! We love you!
You're fired. You're Biden, you're fired on the mask.
Tell Joe Pollock we said hello.
Oh yeah, I will. I will.
They'll turn right over here. Yeah. That's why.
The presence.
I will. Got a shout out for John Nolte and one for Joel Pollack for listening. Oh, there you are. This way.
We plan our day around here. Let's go for that ride.
Bring it.
We will honor your courage with my administration's determination to defeat communism and socialism.
Where are you from?
Step, in my opinion, beyond the word socialism. I'm really grateful. My administration stands for every citizen.
I came from Chicago.
Hello!
Yeah, you want to talk about
That's right! That's
real
right!
romance?
Hey, 4 more years! Nation
Right here.
Asian for Trump.
Your name, sir?
Fan, the man. Fan.
Your name is?
Regina.
Regina. And you guys are all local? You guys are all local here?
Louisiana. Yes. Yes. It's what's that?
Florida. For Trump? Your first one?
First one.
Okay. Your name is?
Henrietta Chow.
And what has you guys excited for the president? Drove
Communism. The last step is communism. Right now we're dealing with Marxists, and the last step is communism. And Kamala is the queen of communism.
Our country. Yes. He will ruin it. Done.
He will ruin our country.
Back and he coming back without Trump.
Said he's gonna raise taxes.
America first.
47 years. America first.
We need jobs. We need jobs, guys. Jobs.
And he stands for the church. And he fights for the unborn.
Yes. For the people.
And he fights for the people. He fights for America, red, brown, yellow, black, and white.
Yes.
He's the people's president. He's for the people. Not only America benefit, but the world benefit.
He's
United. United.
United.
Yes. United.
America. We love America.
That's what they call the big tent. And he really is. He is growing the tent. He's growing support amongst blacks, Hispanics.
He's bringing us together. The Democrats are separating and bringing forth violence and hate. All they do is speak hate speech. They always call you racist and bigots. And they are the ones who are racist and bigots.
Amen.
We are standing together. We love our country. We love our president. And they are full of hate.
We not only benefit the president, but we benefit his family, the first family.
What would you guys say to the left right now? I mean, they're still rioting up in the Northwest.
Pass the bill. Help us unemployed people. Shut down from your shit. They're destroying their place.
Stop destroying our country. That's what I say to you. Stop destroying America. We love our country. We've come a long way. This is not a racist country. We love our people. We want to keep them safe. We want them with jobs. We want to have church. And we want to celebrate America.
The left always uses race as a weapon. They use it as a weapon. And the president, he just said the other day, we know we're beating them when they call us racist.
Yes!
Yes!
4 more years!
So the president excitement!
4 more years! Clear the path!
He's about to fill his 3rd seat on the Supreme Court. The left's going to throw everything they can at Judge Barrett. But you guys think it's going to backfire?
Yes, it is. It's going to backfire.
But you know what? There's a God. God is involved in all this too.
Wake up, America.
All their lies are going to backfire. All the Biden lies are going to backfire. All the Harris lies are going to backfire. Obama, Clinton, they all are going to get what they asked for. And that is, they are against this country. They are traitors, and they are going to pay for their lies. It's going to backfire because America will see what they really are. They are not supportive of this country. They want to destroy us.
The mask is slipping.
Joe Biden hasn't been to Florida. He's only been here once since the DNC convention. You guys think he's given up? He's been to Pennsylvania 11 times.
He just don't care. He don't care.
It's not that he doesn't care, that he doesn't remember what to say. Because when you're passionate, you remember what you're going to say.
President Trump, handsome President Trump, work for America. Joe Biden work for China. We want to bring all the jobs back to America. Make America great again.
Man, got the blade.
I'm the man. I'm the Michael Jackson brother. Billie Jean.
50 years. 50 years. He's been in office for 50 years and done nothing. Right.
And his brother, James.
Yes.
Of dollars. I don't know if you could call
Very
that a job.
corrupt. Very corrupt.
They're corrupt.
They're just getting paid. Yes.
What they call our president, that's what they really are. They what? Yes, yes. They want to provide us. The only time they come out and talk to minorities when it's time to vote. That's the only time. Look at Chicago. Look how horrible it is. If Black Lives Matter, why don't they go take care of Chicago? If Black Lives Matter, why don't they stop killing our black babies? If Black Lives Matter, why don't they do something for the minorities if our lives count? They have done nothing. He's been in office for over 50, almost 50 years, and all he does is talk.
4-year-old boy Legend Teleferro was shot and killed in his crib. The president named Operation Legend after that 4-year-old boy. His mother has been touring the country with Attorney General Barr in the cities where Operation Legend is currently driving down violent crime. Chicago is one of those cities. They're reducing the murder rate in Chicago because of this anti-crime operation that President Trump has named after a 4-year-old boy who was slain, and the left calls him a racist.
Yes, right.
Trump is a mess.
If American people are smart, they should do more research so they can see the truth. The truth is always the truth. Don't get fooled. Don't get fooled by the communists. They want us to turn against our President Trump. Our President Trump is the people's president.
United we stand. United we stand. United we
Break the
stand.
chains, right? Break the chains of your mind. Break out.
Thank you guys so much.
United we stand.
Thank you.
You guys did.
Thank you. 4 more years.
I love you guys. Yeah.
506, the opportunity of being here. I was wounded during the Bay of Pigs invasion. As a result, the bullets penetrated my leg, and I was not able to walk. I returned to Castro's
I'm sorry. 100 little tears just filled up my Donald Trump.
Communication, our values, and the
Sorry, otherwise we can go out. Hey, Breitbart. All right, that's good. How you doing, Timmy? What was your rate?
4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years.
There's the real I prefer a woman, but
next time will be Candace Owens and Nikki Haley. couldn't handle that. First black woman.
They couldn't handle Nikki.
Right man. Millennial. Hey, you're the leader? You're representing a very important contingent of voters. Ted, and
Joe. Got it.
Millennials for Trump. So is this the whole group here?
There's probably more millennials throughout here, but
what has you excited for the president?
Oh man, the tax cuts, the deregulation. I own my own business. That's important to
Trump has
me.
done more in 47 years than I'm sorry. President Trump has done more in 47 months than Biden's done in 47 years.
Yeah.
I mean, if Biden had the answers, why did he run 47 years ago? I mean, he ran 3 times, but each time, they call him out on his lies. He's now running again. He's being caught on his lies again. So, the fact that he's now running again, he's now claiming he has the answers. The fact that Biden said, "Oh, I will let you guys know if I'm going to pack the courts after I win." So we have to know what he's going to do if he wins. That's the whole point of him running.
He's not even lying, and he's not even answering the question. he's saying you don't deserve to know.
The best thing about Trump is, I think most millennials appreciate, is no political garbage, man. It's all just, he says what he means what he says, he comes out, none of this political correctness that we're sick of. We're all done with it, man. Like, nobody wants to see that stuff anymore. And we love how he talks. I mean, yeah, he says some things that are a little bit inflammatory. We like that. Yeah, now it appeals to us. He talks to us like real.
At the end of the day, it's about the record. It's about the accomplishments. It's about getting rid of the waste, the regulations, and really beating back what Joe Biden's already saying he'll do. I mean, the Green New Deal, you're talking about getting rid of the combustion engine.
Airplanes, cows. I mean, come on.
But the thing is, Biden even says, I'm denouncing the Green Deal, but I don't think Biden's going to write his campaign, his whole website, because on his campaign page, it says the Biden campaign is using the foundations of the Green New Deal. He debated Trump, and he said, no, I'm not supporting the Green Deal. Make him remind Biden, do you support or not support the Green Deal?
He's on every side of every issue, so he can never actually be wrong. One day he's for a mask mandate, the next day he's not.
And then you have his VP Kamala Harris, who in all the primaries was less than 1%, but that's your VP choice.
Yeah. What would you say to millennials who are in the Biden camp? There are a lot of them. Supporting him for whatever reason.
Yeah, he is not like he has said, he's not done anything the last 47 years. The guy's not done anything. He's not done anything for anybody. If he had solutions, he should have implemented them already. And the thing about us is we're getting started in life. I'm starting to have kids. I care about their future. I care about the ability for them to earn money, to not be taxed into oblivion. Look at Venezuela. Look at these countries that what socialism has done. I mean, we want to be able to grow our finances just like everybody else, our businesses. I mean, these things are important to us. And yeah, exactly. Not all of us live in our parents' basements. We're hardworking people, and we want to achieve the same things our parents have. I want to own a house. I want to be able to retire with a retirement. I want these things. And Joe Biden, he just wants to give things away to people that don't work. I've worked since I've been running a business since I've been in high school. Okay, I've been working every day my life for what I've got, and I don't like the government coming in, taking what I have, giving it to the people that haven't worked and put in the effort. That's the bottom line for me. And Trump has cut my taxes immensely. I got hit so hard with the individual mandate with Obamacare. I was getting hit with $2,000.
$1,300 for not having insurance for 6 months.
Insane. I deserve. Yeah, I deserve more. I deserve better than that. You know what I mean? And I'm responsible. Millennials are responsible if you give us a chance. Let us prove ourselves. Let us get out there and do what we're supposed to do and what we can do. Stop telling us we're victims. Stop telling us that it's other people's fault, the reason we're not successful. You know, I don't want Joe Biden's handouts. I don't want you know, free this and free that. You know, let me pay for my college, let me pay for my business, but let me do it the way I'd like to do it and stop taxing me until oblivion. That's what's important to me.
Political idiom is from cradle to grave, but you really just laid it out. I mean, they want to feed you, they want to medicate you, they want to educate you, and basically regulate you from cradle to grave. You're saying that, I mean, are you, your friends your age, you see that growing, that message? They're moving toward Trump and moving away from Biden?
This is what needs to happen. There's a big group of us that are all for Trump because we get it. The big problem that we're having in our generation is so many of us sit and just watch all these news outlets, all the media, just fill us up. We're being empty glasses here, just filled up with other people's agenda, other people's talking points. If you actually get out there and think for yourself, do the research yourself, and want something more than what you're being told is all available, you'll succeed, and you won't be voting for Biden. I mean, the guy is a nothing. I mean, and Kamala's an empty glass. I mean, she literally does whatever she can to get elected. She'll say whatever she needs to say. You know, I'm not into that. I want somebody who can deliver for me as a millennial and my family and my business.
The left, Democrats, particularly the political media, has whipped up racial tension in this country. And they use it as a bludgeon. This isn't a racist country. Obviously, racism exists. But how does that make you feel as a voter growing up in the freest time? I mean, we're probably the same age. We've never been more racially harmed in this country.
This is something that really bothers me. Okay, I see my friends on Facebook who don't have a racist bone in their body, all coming out and saying and having to apologize because apparently we're all just inherently racist. I'm not racist. I don't look at somebody's skin color. I mean, I look at their accomplishments. I look at them as a person, and I hope they don't do that to me. I'm a white male in this country, and right now, I'm the enemy. I don't like that. Right. You know, I have a lot to contribute, a lot. You know, let me prove myself. Don't just judge me by the color of my skin. And I respect the same thing for other people. And I don't like being told that I'm racist, because I'm not. Okay? My friends aren't. I don't know anybody really that is. Sure, I'm sure it exists somewhere out there, but to say there's a systemic racism in our country, it's just inciting problems. And you see what happens in Portland, in Ferguson. I mean, everywhere where people blame other people for their problems just causes more issues. It causes more problems, causes violence, causes hate. The left always talks about, you know, love versus hate. They're inciting that hate by the rhetoric, by blaming other people. Somebody comes around since I'm a young kid and says, all of my problems are because of somebody else, I'm going to grow up hating that person. You know, and that's what happens. Everyone's been told they're a victim, whether it's African Americans, Hispanics, gays, whatever it is. It's always other people's fault. We live in a country where we can make our own choices. We'll be successful or we'll fail based on our own choices. And that's important.
Thank you so much. Good stuff. Hello.
Excuse me. Who are we born?
Trying to get out of here.
Better, quick.
We're just taking a walk. We're back there.
All right, guys, stay tuned. We're not ending the stream. I'm just going to switch a battery, so just keep watching the same video. Do not click away. I am merely just switching a battery. You're going to see it drop out to black for a few seconds. That's just me switching a battery. Stand by.
Chair I've ever seen. Push thing. There's a guy from Jacksonville, right? We see you in Jacksonville. Hey!
You call yourselves American? You call yourselves American trying to get up in the front? Yeah, no, good stuff. Yes, but back in the...
We're listening to that like all day. I mean, so what did you say?
Right, Bart!
So I said, I don't mind, but I said, I don't want to be podcast kind of go around and do like flyers or like whatever.
No, I'm talking about the guy with the big shirt.
That's a great question.
There you go.
Press. Oh, what that nice. Oh, Breitbart.
Breitbart.
Yeah. 4 more years. 4 more years. And lock her up. 8 more years because he stole 4. 8 more years because he stole 4. That's right.
Trump 2020. Way to go, Breitbart. Yes. Yes.
Where are you guys from?
I am from Lake Nona,
Okay.
Florida.
Your name
Right
is
here.
Denise.
Denise and
Eric.
Eric.
Winter Park.
Great name. Mark.
Elaine.
Jill.
Jill.
No, my brother's name is Eric.
Love Breitbart. We love Breitbart. We love the president. We are all hoping for 4 more years.
Well, we appreciate you guys following and reading and sharing. Google's trying to shut us down. You can't even find us.
No way. No way.
They're a great company. They're not doing anything illegal. They're wonderful.
They're all doing it to protect
They
Democrats.
are actually their little
Just
their
like-
little immunity thing is actually going to become a big issue. As they pretend to be a non-biased platform, we need to threaten their immunity. They need to actually face class action suits for what they've done. Them and Twitter.
Tighten the screws on them.
Well, their immunity comes from the fact they're supposed to be a non-biased platform. They're not non-biased. When you start censoring us, you are no longer non-biased. So I think it's the 439 immunity that needs to be challenged right now.
You saw during the debate that China basically censored Vice President Pence's criticisms of China. And then when he stopped and Kamala Harris came back, so China's censoring Vice President Pence, and the social media giants are censoring Breitbart. It's not hard to do the math.
Giants are censoring all of us. Hold on, they're not just censoring you. The social media giants are censoring all of us. I've been shut down on Twitter twice. I'm on a burner account because they ruined my first account. And all I do is support my president. I've been stopped by Facebook 2 or 3 times as well. It's nonsense. You mentioned Q now on Facebook, you're out. Q is real. Don't believe any of the nonsense.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
You want to get this?
We love Breitbart. Trump 2020. Yes. Woo! Oh, we love Mike Pence too.
You guys excited?
I love Mike
This
Pence.
This your first
No,
Trump rally?
I was going to say I love Mike Pence. No one says anything about Mike. I love Mike.
Snake guy?
A snake wrapped around you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You notice that?
Do I do? I love Mike Pence.
Hey, you got a venomous?
Oh, well,
You
of
got a
course,
venomous
Trump.
You're Breitbart?
All right.
What's your name?
My name is Grant. It's a pleasure to meet
Chris?
you. No, Grant. Grant.
Grant. We're live. Facebook,
Great.
Breitbart News.
Awesome. Yeah.
You read us?
Yeah, I
Share
read
us?
you guys all the time. You guys are wonderful. I mean, you're one of the few news outlets there that actually will have true headlines and say what Trump is doing, what his policies are, what's going on. The fake news media coverage, what you basically have is 6 main corporations that are responsible for CNN, ABC, MSNBC, whatever you want to call it. All of them stem from the same group of people. And it's time for different news organizations to rise up like Breitbart. That's why I love you guys so much, because I've seen your headlines, and they're they're true, and they show Trump as for what he is, which is, not a racist, he's not a homophobe, he's not a xenophobe. All we're here to do is to make America great again, because we love our country, we love the people of this country, we love all of our immigrants, we love all of our, Mexicans, Hispanics, African Americans.
Trump train in 2016?
I am on the Trump train. I voted for him in the first term. He was the first president I ever voted for.
How old you are?
I'm 23. I'm 23.
Yeah, he was the first. But I didn't know if you were old enough in 2016.
No, he's the first president I ever voted for, and he's the second one I'm going to vote for. I'm definitely voting for him in the second term. Keep America great.
You getting all your friends? College, high school.
That's right. Yeah, as far as I can, because the media has brainwashed most of these people so much by telling them this information that's not true, and they feel like they're getting a variety, like I said, with all the different news outlets, but they're not. They're all pumping the same thing. They haven't tried to stop getting Trump out of office since they started. Right when he gave his first inauguration speech, what he said was that we're transferring the power from the government back to the American people. And since that day, the news media has been after him. And even Nancy Pelosi says, we've been trying to get him impeached since his since his inaugural speech. And that's what he said in that speech. So I think that's pretty telling.
What would you say to the 23, 20-year-olds out there who don't see the president the way that you do, who actually hate the country?
Yeah, well, and a lot of people do hate the country, and it's really unfortunate right now, because if you want to improve the area in which you live, you need to do things to strengthen it. You can't be against it. And if you don't like this country, honestly, you just need to leave, because what we want to do is strengthen this strengthen this nation and make it better. And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are not going to do that. Joe Biden's been, he's been in politics for decades and decades and decades, and he hasn't been able to do anything for,
He was vice president for 8 years.
Right, yeah, he wasn't able to do anything for 47 years, and certainly not in those 8 years. I mean, they say that they're for minorities, they say that they're for women, but not if you're a conservative woman, not if you're a conservative minority. They're not for you then. They're the party of love and tolerance unless you disagree with them. And you'll see that when you go out and talk to them.
Thank you so much, Grant.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure.
Stay strong.
It's been great talking to you. Breitbart News. Stay strong. Thank you.
There's a light summer and a heavy summer, like Stuart.
There's my brother.
Hey, why don't you get a picture with him?
How you doing, brother?
That's good. That's okay.
Oh, you guys are Breitbart. Oh, he's Breitbart.
Your name, where you from? All right. And your name is?
Patrick McWallace.
No, good Lord, you gave me a last name. Patrick.
I'm sorry. You
from
Florida, man.
From Florida. Patrick from Florida. Is your first Trump rally?
No, man. It's my second.
Second.
I came in 2016, man.
When he came to, I guess, Northport.
It was Melbourne. It was actually Melbourne. Melbourne, yeah. Melbourne
so you were day one.
Yeah, day one. Yeah.
Day one
Yeah,
supporter.
yeah. I was a Rand Paul supporter first, coming from Ron Paul, and was wanting to end wars and stuff. And when I heard Trump talk about that, I thought, and then he looked, I get the best shot, and then his immigration policy. I said, let's give this dude a shot, and let's look really. I was looking for a political hand grenade, if you would, to check into the left and blow the system up a little bit, you know?
Yeah,
and,
no.
We got that, brother. We got that.
I've written that Donald Trump truly was the bull who surveyed the China shop.
That's right.
And did. He just crashed the place. But he's gotten a lot accomplished.
Yeah.
since you got on the bandwagon.
I don't know where.
Particularly, I mean, the economy, how he's handled the virus.
Indeed.
You talked about the wars. I mean, he's bringing peace to the Middle East. It's like it's happening.
Yeah.
The political media is not reporting it.
No.
But for the first time,
think about it. Whitwar started. You're right. Whitwar started, man. I mean, none. You know, I mean, he got Soleimani out of the picture without having to go fight a war with that. That is amazing. And honestly, what, they threw a few rockets at us in retaliation? I'll live with that rather than what's been going on. Sending thousands of dads and moms out and fight wars away from the kids and everything else. Ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
So we were able to do all, we were able to kill some of the world's biggest and best terrorists, right?
Qasem Soleimani, responsible for the death of hundreds of American lives. And when the president called that strike, you knew the left was going to be apoplectic, but the man was absolutely evil. Vice President Pence pointed that out on the debate stage with Kamala Harris.
And for you to struggle with calling him evil, think about that for a minute. If you got to struggle to call that man evil, I mean, think about that for a minute, man. I mean, you really got to question everything, don't you?
It makes the contrast pretty clear between Biden and Trump. So, what's the mood like in your area? I mean,
it's great, man. No, everywhere I go, man.
You're Patrick from Florida.
Yeah, bro.
Joe Biden, he's only been here once since the convention.
Yeah.
That's striking to me.
That's totally striking, considering that I think he's got some support in the villages. I think he's got some support in usual suspect places.
We've seen a few golf carts.
Yeah. But here's the deal, right? Those folks need to know that he's in it to win it. I couldn't imagine the candidate that was here that was supporting.
He would have stayed in the basement.
Yeah,
he would have stayed in the basement as long as.
Run the whole damn thing. That's amazing to me. And not only that, then the press throws him a question like, "What's your favorite color, Joe? Blue or yellow?" And he's like, "Blue." And then he can only give him that answer because they gave it to him in the first place. If it was really red, he wouldn't have been able to say. He wouldn't have been able to remember the damn thing. That's the craziest thing with this whole thing.
Very arrogant. I mean, the arrogance was about the basement campaign, but when he's asked flatly, will he pack the court, he's saying that the line is that will be the headline. Why don't you just answer the question? If you have no intentions to add Supreme Court justices to the bench.
Well, so here's the real reason, right? They're polling that, they are, and like we both know that. And they found out that even the left fears packing courts. Because you know why? By 2030, what is it, like 2 election cycles from now?
Sure.
We're going to have 300 people in the Supreme Court because when we re-win, we're going to put people on there too. You're going to have 300 Supreme Court justices. That's packing the court. Packing the court ain't adding Amy Coney Barrett because she's filling an empty seat. Packing the court is putting 300 additional. Yeah, of course he did. We're packing the court because we're fulfilling our constitutionality. And they're also saying, let people vote. We did for 4-year terms of the President of the United States and the senators.
He's not president for 3 years.
No, that's right. Not 3.5 years, not 3 minutes, not 2 minutes. I mean, when does it become old? We can start making that debate too. If the president's not elected to a 4-year term, then we can start saying, it's 2 years.
Barack Obama didn't have the Senate, but it didn't stop him from putting Merrick Garland's name forward. The president actually made that point on the debate stage to Joe Biden, and I love the way he put it because I love the way the president put it because he said if the shoe were on the other foot, Democrats would be putting the pedal to the metal. They'd be rushing this confirmation process through. Well, Patrick, I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Absolutely.
Stay safe out there.
You too, man. Breitbart, we love you.
Thank you. Love you too.
Not the Republicans I know. I grew up Republican.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to get bigger.
I'm getting kind of short. Like Brandon. From Breitbart. Yep. What is it? Breitbart.
Hello.
Brandon, all they're getting.
How you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. They're doing awesome.
How you guys doing?
But he's worth it.
It's true.
He's worth it.
You guys want to say something? We're live on Facebook.
Sure, let's go ahead.
Breitbart Nation. Your name is?
My name's Christy
Christy.
Kriskowski. Hi.
From Florida? You're
I'm
local?
from Alabama. I'm here to represent from the transgender community because it's
all the way over.
Yeah, I have been. This is like my 15th rally. Yes.
There was a study that came out. It was a LGBTQ dating app, and they broke down all of the users of the app who wanted to respond to the question whether or not they support Trump or Biden. 45% of the users who responded, I think it was 1,100 people men said they support President Trump. The headline was 45% of gay men support President Trump. Media heads exploded.
It's higher than that.
Okay.
And I'm not going to lie, I'm a unique deplorable. I come from that world, and I'm very open about that. And I can tell you right now that number's a hell of a lot higher, and I want to say cheers to all of you out there. I love you. My community's just been in fear because of the left narrative, the ideological divide. We're no longer divided by identity. We're divided by political ideology. We no longer want to have, there's many within the rainbow that are stepping up. We don't want to have multiple genders. We don't want to have socialism. We believe in equality. And I'm proud of my rainbow peers that stood up these past 4 years, and especially recently, to stand up for our president and help defend that. I really am. And I thank you guys as well.
President's been quite pro-gay, pro-lesbian around the world, leading the charge in decriminalizing being gay in some of the most dangerous places where it is for you to be gay.
He's also led the way against child trafficking, which is huge within my community. I come from that world. I don't know if anybody knows, but before President Trump's executive order, the child sex trafficking was actually under the Department of Transportation. You can look that up. It was President Donald Trump that put that under the Department of Justice. People don't like the stuff that he's opening up, the cans, the worms. The media is lying to you all. We love this president. We're going to step up for him. And everyone in my LGBT, I'm asking you to. And everyone who has a family member who is trans, who is gay, lesbian, I'm going to ask you to vote for President Donald Trump for us. The others may not be red-pilled, but they will wake up as many more are now. And I'm going to ask you to vote for our president here for 4 more years.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good job.
Well said.
Thank you. Christy.
Christy. From Alabama.
Yeah, you guys put me on
job,
a cover
Christy.
last couple of weeks ago.
Trump 2020.
You guys did an article about journalism.
How you doing?
Hey, love Trump. Trump 2020. Yeah.
Trump 2020.
I'm good. I'm thinking about I'm on YouTube or something. Interview.
It's not.
I don't know how to say because I'm just an international student here, and I just love.
You're
Trump.
an international student at a Trump rally.
Yeah, but I like Trump. I mean, he did very good for America.
What's your name?
I'm Daniel.
Daniel from.
Yeah, from China.
From China.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stay?
I wish I could stay here. I mean, I just senior student in here, and
But he doesn't like the Communist Party, so he
I
definitely
don't
wants
like.
to stay.
Are your parents still in the
my
mainland?
parents are still in China, but they came to America before, and we all like here, and I wish to find a job here and stay here forever, like stay in America, be an American, like that. Yeah.
I guess the choice is pretty clear for you between Joe Biden, who is bought and sold by China.
I don't care about what's the politics. I only say the president who is treat American better, like who make American better. That would be good.
President's leading on the economy.
Yeah, because my chairman doesn't treat my country well, but the Americans they treat this country very good. So that's why I support him. I like him, and he's the best president.
Were you
in
always
this
a
way.
supporter of President Trump?
I think I will, because I be here is 2016.
Yeah.
And when I 16, I see the American economy and improve a lot, and they change a lot. And I see what he did for this country, and he did very well. So I will still like him, like that. And I hope every like American will like him, forever vote him. Yeah.
The political left in America have a lot of their ideology. Their ideology lines up a lot with the Communist Party in China. What would you say to American leftists here? I mean, would you warn them that?
Oh, you mean vote like the?
Well, what would you tell them about communism? Because you've experienced that firsthand in China, and you've seen, you know, all the oppression, you know, the lack of individual liberties that you've told me about. So what he's asking is like, you know, a lot of people on the American left want to, you know, impose those rules here. So what would you say about that?
I like to say, like I still don't understand what's the politics.
Like the American left.
Yeah, left.
Here, like, you know, Biden's party.
Oh, okay.
You know, many people think that, you know, they're trying to diminish or step on our individual liberties, imposing unnecessary rules on us.
Oh, okay.
And you've experienced that in China, correct?
Oh, yeah,
with the
yeah.
government telling you what to do, controlling every single aspect of your life.
Yeah.
And you're not in favor of that. That's why you want to stay here.
Yeah. Okay, so the Trump he like you say a lot of stuff he talked about before, like what he will do, and I believe he will make the things better than I'm not sure about Biden, but I think he will be better than China. And I was like staying in China about almost 20 years in China. I'd be here about 4 years here, and I do see the differences between when Trump in 2016 and when China, and I compare with that, and I do believe Trump will be make America great again, like that. I don't know how to say, like it's a difference. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And you are?
Tomas.
Tomas?
Yes, sir.
Your first Trump rally?
No, second one.
You're from Florida?
I wasn't born here, but I've been living here for, you know, almost 8 or 9 years.
Okay, so you're from the local area
yeah,
today?
Exactly. We drove over from Melbourne.
Okay.
Yeah.
How far? I came down from Jacksonville.
Okay.
So you guys are millennials for Trump. I feel like he's growing the ranks. I mean, there are a lot of you here at this rally anyway.
Well, we are part of that silent majority. You know, a lot of millennials are afraid of speaking up because, you know, especially we're both college students, and at the university level, supporting Trump or supporting conservative values is kind of frowned upon. But well, it depends.
Your peers.
Our professors, not so much. We go to a rather technical university, so, you know, there's not a lot of liberal arts major or anything like that. But yeah, we still feel like, you know, we still have a voice, and, you know, we don't like our voices being suppressed. And, you know, I really don't care what, you know, people think about me coming to a rally. I just everybody wave to CNN.
Tomas, what would you say to the young millennial thinks he knows everything, is fully in support of the socialism, I mean, top to bottom, the Green New Deal, Biden's raising taxes, soft on crime. I mean, what would you say to those young voters?
Well, I would say keep an open mind, research the issues as thoroughly as you can, and, you know, don't believe something just because someone else tells you, just because, you know, the trend, because Twitter, you know, because a lot of people my age are influenced by what people say on social media without actually researching the issues. And I think it's a problem, especially the younger kids with schools and social media. It's almost like a subtle indoctrination. And, you know, I just wish more of them would, you know, have an open mind and research the issues as opposed to just, you know, hearing what Twitter has to say.
like the shirt. You're pro Second Amendment?
Yes, sir.
That choice seems very easy, too.
Yeah.
About 10 million new gun owners in the country in the last few months here. You're also pro-police.
Yeah,
I'm not sure there's another police union or association left to endorse the president. I think all of them have endorsed him. Many of them for the first time.
Yeah. Well, I think the choice is pretty clear. I think Americans want law and order. You know, they hate to see their cities being burned down. And, you know, I don't think it should be a political issue. I think, you know, if we don't have law and order, we don't have a country. And, you know, I think we should preserve and protect the rule of law. And, you know, I don't think, I think supporting our police officers is our basic duty as Americans. It shouldn't be a partisan issue. I think most of them are out there to, you know, protect us and maintain the rule of law. And I think, you know, the majority of Americans should be behind that.
Well, I think they are, Tomas. I really do think they are. Anytime you see a survey or a poll, the majority of those people want either the current amount of police or more police. Thank you guys for being here, showing up. Study hard, Daniel.
Thank you. Thank you. I study very hard.
Hey, I'll talk to you. I'm from the UK.
You're from the UK?
Yeah, I am. What's up, man?
Your name is?
My name, Matt.
Matt?
Yeah.
So you flew from across the pond today?
No, not today. Not today, I didn't. But I'm from the UK originally. I actually came here as a legal immigrant. I came here 16 years ago. But it's interesting what you were talking about with these guys. You know.
So you grew up in the United Kingdom, and
I grew up actually at a part of an era where, you know, the comparison that the left make to socialism, isn't actually, and they use the European model to sell that and spoon feed that to pretty much like the college and millennial age here, but that's not actually the socialism that is. That's a totally different. They use countries like Norway, for instance, which Norway, you know, goes completely against the left's view. You know, they use that socialism, but the left's view, because Norway made its money actually from oil and fracking, which goes completely against the Green New Deal. You know, so they're sold this idea, but it's a false narrative for them.
You were always, I mean, you don't have to tell me when you got here, but were you sort of a day one supporter of the president, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Hillary Clinton wasn't doing it for you.
Well, well, I mean, now you can say that just in case you get Clinton, you know what I'm saying? Right, but no, absolutely not, because you know, the president came in and he wasn't a career politician, and maybe that's what America needed. He isn't the president that, you know, everybody wanted in this country, but he's definitely the president that this country needs.
I hear a lot of times people, what really turned them on about Donald Trump, I mean, before he was even president, is he just had a no-nonsense policy for political correctness, and that ties into the huge fight that we're having in this country about free speech. I mean, you can't call evil evil. Then if you can't define our problems, we can't call it what it is, then we really don't have a country. I mean, did you sort of experience that in the UK? It feels like you guys have been ahead of us in a lot of these areas for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you look at like, for instance, in Europe, you look at it, particularly in the UK, you look at the immigration problem. It's the same problem that you're having here. It was just 30 years ago. Yeah. So illegal immigrants. Okay. Like myself, I came into the country and I did it through the right process. The first act that I did was a legal act.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what the president. So the president isn't saying don't come here. He's saying come here and do it the right way. Obey the law.
They have a hard time understanding that. I mean, we're in the middle still of a pandemic. This virus came from China. They knew about it. They said nothing. And then when they did say something, they lied. And the president is now trying to protect the jobs of the people who are here. I mean, he's been fighting multifaceted wars. The way he secured the border has been exceptional, but he's moving on now to visas and working through the regulation process for that. Are you a business owner? You are.
I am. I actually run.
Every friend that I have from the UK who came here, the way you did, they're business owners.
I own two businesses. Yeah, I actually own two legal businesses, and you know, and an important part of it's interesting what you say, you know, because we talk about what's happened with this pandemic. This thing was sold to, you know, the American people as it was going to be the zombie apocalypse and the end of times. Yeah. Now we're realising that when you look at the numbers, it's nothing like that. You know, 1.5 million people died from tuberculosis last year, you know, throughout the world. And, you know, where was the pandemic for that? It wasn't. You know, I'm comfortable with people who want to wear a mask. If that keeps you comfortable, then do that. Yeah. Me personally, I don't. And actually, one of my business is a sanitation business, and I deal with COVID-19 compromised environments. So this isn't something for me that is something that I haven't. Yeah, it definitely is, because I have to go home to my family about that.
If you had a message to send to the president, what would you tell him? Give you as a business owner another tax cut?
No. See, because this is the thing. See, hard-working Americans don't mind paying taxes because they understand it puts into the economy. Yeah, we don't want to get, you know, kind of, you know, our pants pulled down and raped, you know, with our taxes like Biden's going to do. You know, he's going to hike these tax rates. It's coming. You know, and he says, oh, we're not going to raise taxes. Yes, you are. You're going to do that. And, you know, taxation is a trickle-down thing. If, you know, if these larger corporations, they can afford to employ people if they're bringing in lower taxes. Now, if you look, for instance, you know, at the tax rates across Europe, they're way more than they are that you get in state by state here in Florida. You know, in the UK, you know, you're paying 20%. 20% VAT, value-added tax rate, you know, which is nothing. You come here to Florida, yeah, and we're like a 7% tax rate, yeah, you know. So yeah, as a business owner, you know, I love what Donald Trump, for small business owner, has done in this country. I raised my daughter alone for 10 years. 8 of them years was through the Obama administration on my own. And let me tell you, I struggled day in, day out, day in, day out. Yeah, it was impossible to actually, you know, open a business. And since in the last 4 years, since the president, you know, Trump, since he actually won and got elected into office, I've opened 2 businesses. I'm the epitome of that legal immigrant success story. It works.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, just touch BLM.
Well, I mean, the left, you said it, they've used the virus as a political weapon. They've certainly used race as a bludgeon. I mean, if it's open season, if you're not squarely in whatever their minority group of the month is, I mean, you're a business owner. You hire people who are qualified. It's immaterial how they look, what gender or sex they were born into. I mean, that's what the reality is. Every single day we live in but the left doesn't care. It's always a means to an end for them. And race, they use it to divide the country and cede power.
So it's interesting that you bring that up, because if you look at the likes of, you know, Sharpton, you know, people like him, and it's funny because, you know, these people, they ain't paying their taxes, they're dodging their taxes, yeah? But let me tell you right now, if you look at like Sharpton, people like him, once this race war, if they're not fueling it, once it's up, their gig is up, yeah? They're invested in it. It's how they make their money. They go and they do this public speaking, and they're paid by the DNC and paid by these parties to go and do that. If that race war doesn't continue, that rhetoric at which they constantly push, they're financed. So believe me, to tell you, for decades now, they've done that. They've fueled that, and they've fueled that.
That's the hope.
Now, that is the hoax. And now, if you look at the numbers with different ethnic groups throughout the United States now, no, Latinos for Trump are blowing up, blacks for Trump are blowing up. You've got all these different groups that are now, and hopefully we see these votes because they realise that in these Democrat-run cities that it's not working anymore. It doesn't work for them. They've been doing this for decades, and it does not work. So if you look at the likes as well of like BLM, you know, BLM, Black Lives Do Matter, along with every other life that matters. But see, what happened is you had the Marxist agenda. What they did, they've infiltrated that. And in infiltrating that, you know, you look at Patrisse Cullors, co-founder, trained Marxist. You look at Charles Wade, co-founder, convicted sex offender, pimping out a 17-year-old white girl out of a hotel. Yeah, these are the people that are supporting Biden. These are the people that want you to support Biden.
They've been calling for the removal of police officers from day one. They've scrubbed it, Black Lives Matter. They've scrubbed it from their website now. But Breitbart, we've been reporting who they truly are since day one. And again, your point is they would be removing these police officers from the very neighborhoods that they claim to actually want to protect. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, buddy. You have a good day. See you guys. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
I am happier than I have been in years making these shirts, doing these videos, and that's because you guys support us at the World Records.
Very mine. It's terrible. You have to break your own habit. Oh, I quit once. My husband got sick and died. Woo! I was a little fuzzy. I was a little stressed.
I hope that's not on.
I know, mine too.
It's the outskirts.
Yeah, if you dig a ditch for a graveyard,
yeah, he's good.
That's really all I need. I got a shirt.
That's what the Democrats say all the time.
I go to the gym almost every day. Me too. Yeah.
Good, how are you?
I watch Breitbart.
Thank you.
No, I think it is.
What's up, Breitbart?
Hey, how you doing?
But he really doesn't look when I run up my dog.
We're there for the baseball, 10 and under, so naturally we are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. He said they're getting ready to house. So we're not encouraging the kids at all. At all.
Year after I got married, my mother-in-law passed away 3 months after I got married. And then my son just came down. And then my kids came down now.
So it'll be like 3 o'clock in the morning. When
Thank you. What? Like a shirt? Oh, that's so cute. Hold on.
Really?
I want to hear something honest from an insider.
I like to. Oh, we saw you.
Brett Barrett.
Tripod.
Nobody is now.
Let me see what's going on. Yep. Let me see what's going on.
We appreciate it. We love you guys. We do it for you.
I've been working in is it local or national? But I worked in local.
Her husband?
No.
Oh, my wife's not here. Her husband's not here. That's all.
Oh, okay. They're whatever.
We got Jerry from
RepublicFan.com.
Where are you from?
No. Stuart, Florida. Stuart, Florida.
All right. So Jerry, you were saying.
So we started an organization that did some history teaching and a little bit of learning on what are we actually fighting for with not only this election, but moving forward, what are we looking at and fighting for moving forward for America? So what we looked at was how do the communists, the progressives, the liberalists, the collectivists, socialists, how do they engage in battle? Because unfortunately, the Republican politicians have not been effective in engaging on the battlefield level of this fight.
What's the purpose of your organization?
The Republic Fan is going to bring together a collective of conservative organizations to fight for the base freedoms. So we've got Right to Life, we've got Wounded Warriors, we've got the American Family Institute, John Birch Society. All of them have great membership. We've got Breitbart News that are fighting for us every day. OAN is fighting for us every day. But what we need is a ground game to where all of these organizations collectively work together in order to more expand the conservative ideology. Freedom of speech, freedom to be an American. And what we're doing is bringing all these organizations together and utilizing the tactics that the progressive Democrats are using against them. So what we want to do is when we see a policeman get shot, when we see a conservative get shot at a rally, we need thousands of Americans to rise up and protest. What they're doing is they call it wedging. They take a small little thing and they make it big by bringing people to it. America needs to stand up and do that. Bring that to the Conservative Party. Instead of us running around doing our own thing, the whole free market thing, we need to be
one giant collective that works for basic freedoms, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, right to bear arms. Right to bear arms was intrinsic. They said the government should not infringe upon the right to bear arms.
What's got you excited about the president here? This is your first rally?
Donald Trump. This is the first rally that I've been to. It's the only one I was able to. I actually was in a bad accident, and that kind of woke me up. I said I got saved for this accident. I need to stand up and start moving forward with this. The biggest thing for the rally and the president is he was the crisis for the progressives.
Yeah.
He was the crisis. He was the nucleus. And what I see them doing is they're trying to build or take away the confidence that the American people has in the election process of the United States. And what they're doing is there's basically the same thing as a color revolution. The thing that we did in Ukraine, they called it the Orange Revolution. We went in and, as a State Department, we went in and we upset the election continuity of Ukraine.
You're saying that's what the progressive left is doing?
The progressive left absolutely wants to do. And what they're trying to do nationwide, and this is from our State Department down, what they're trying to do nationwide is institute what they call liberal democracy. Liberal democracy is nothing but socialism, but they use liberal democracy because then they can talk to anything that's nationalistic or republicanistic. And what they do is they say it's illiberal. So that's their little linguistics thing that they spin. So what we're trying to do is basically fight them on the ground with their tactics, the tactics that they're using.
Thank you,
So
Jerry.
republicfan.com.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, brother. Yeah.
Put it in your book. Take a picture of my hat. Put my hat in there.
I know, but if your boobs are cold, you're cool.
Isn't that cute?
Where can I find you?
You want to say something? Oh, so we got Evan. We got Evan from Flagler County Teenage Republicans. Woo! Very small minority. But you're here.
Yes.
And you brought your whole group.
Yes, try to.
Are you guys old enough to vote for the president?
I will miss it by 2 weeks.
Well, you know the left cheats, so we could probably get
right.
So what's
I got 4 ballots in my house.
So you guys, Flagler, that's just I drove up from Jacksonville.
Yep.
You guys are about 40 minutes below me in St. Augustine.
Yep.
Very liberal town there.
Flagler?
Well, St. Augustine, you know,
yeah.
generally. But you guys are fighting back, and you're getting all the young people to join the party.
We're trying. You know, we're about 30 minutes south of St. Augustine, and our county we are almost at 12,000 more registered Republicans than Democrats. And so we typically hold a very conservative county.
The Republicans have been able to win the registration battle here in Florida.
Yes.
About 150, 160 to the Democrats, 90,000 since March. Pretty amazing. It sort of, I guess, makes sense that Joe Biden's only been here once since the convention.
Right.
Think he's given up on the state?
I don't think he's giving up, but I do think President Trump has a better chance this time. He won Florida last time in 2016 by a very slim margin. But this time, since we've got that 150 to 200,000 more registered Republicans, I think he's got Florida through and through.
We know he's not going to take it for granted, which is why he's coming to Sanford today.
Right.
This is your first Trump rally?
Oh no, I've been to Daytona in 2016, Orlando. I went to the kickoff rally. I went to Jacksonville.
A couple weeks ago?
Yeah. And I'm here today.
We got you now.
So.
What has you particularly excited about the president? What he's been able to accomplish despite it all in his first term?
Right. Well, I personally think he's handled COVID very well. I do think border security, that's a big one. Defending our Second Amendment rights and freedom of speech. You know, the left is trying to consistently suppress our freedom of speech, and that's what President Trump has been able to give us a voice.
Evan, what would you say to people, teenagers like yourself? They're liberals. They don't even really know why they're liberals. They don't particularly like the country. I mean, what would you say to them?
Well, I would say that they need to get educated. They need to stop listening to their liberal professors and teachers. And they need to actually research for themselves. They need to start listening to their parents, and they need to go based on their morals and values that their parents have taught them.
Evan, I appreciate it. Keep up the good work, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Fighting a good fight.
Hola, amigos.
We were in Texas, Lubbock, Texas.
Sure can.
Door knocking, phone calls for the campaign.
No water. Just start finishing up your water.
Maury something.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah,
I got a CBR 600.
I have a. I was
Mike, I need you up here.
No drinks. Dump it. Number two.
Dump it.
Hold it right here. Number three, right here. Number three, right here. Number three.
Okay.
Number three. Where? I need somebody. Number three. Let's go to number one. Far left.
Hello. You guys want to say hi to Breitbart Nation?
Yes.
Breitbart Nation.
Breitbart Nation. Sure.
And you are?
Kathy.
Kathy. And you are?
Tish.
Tish. You guys are from the area?
Yes. I'm from Kansas and the area. I have both places.
Okay. You didn't come from Kansas today, did you?
No. But I came last week, you know.
Is your first rally?
No. For Trump, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I went to one last time. Which one?
That's Brent.
What city were we in?
That's on Facebook.
No, that's Barney.
They call me Barney.
That's Bernie. Bernie, you know.
That's a good.
He's one of those dead voters.
One of those dead voters. Bernie, is this your first Trump rally? The second one?
Yep.
You guys excited?
Okay. Yes, very excited.
21 days to go.
4 more years.
21 long days.
You guys are putting out.
Thank you for your service. Oh, we appreciate you, man. Keep reading, keep sharing.
How you doing, sir?
I've interviewed with Matt Boyle before. How you doing?
Oh, really?
Nice
Well,
to
you
meet
can
I'm
tell
Christy.
Matt Boyle you said hi.
Hi,
What
Matt.
was
How
your
you
name?
doing? Christy McLaughlin.
Christy.
I was the youngest person to run for Congress this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you're from
Naples.
Naples.
Naples, Florida.
down south.
Oh, yeah.
So this is not your first Trump rally.
Not my first
You
rodeo,
were certainly
no.
a day one Trump
Oh,
supporter.
yes. 2015, when he first announced, I went straight to Trump Hotel. And then I brought my little Trump doll from The Apprentice. And then I was like using his little action figure to say all of his best quotes.
The White House physician cleared him over the weekend, and he wasted no time to come commune with his supporters today. What has you excited? 21 days out.
What has me excited is, as a Latina, first of all, in Florida alone, this is such a battleground state. We're a very purple state.
I think we won in the midterms by 49.6 of the vote for the gubernatorial race. And that said, with the Latino vote turning more and more red, with a Puerto Rican president endorsing Trump, and with the Cuban Americans, like my family, always supporting Trump because they're against socialism and against communism, we are going to win huge in Florida, which means we're going to win in a landslide this election cycle.
Joe he's really doubling down. He's telling us he's going to raise taxes. We all know it's a front. I mean, the left and socialism not even distinguishable anymore. I mean, as a Latina, I mean, it's got to be personal for you what the Democrats have planned for this country should he win.
Absolutely. It's definitely personal. My great-grandma, she's 102 years old. She lives with me. She escaped Cuba in 1961. They took her home. They took their assets. They froze their bank account, and they took all of their guns. This is a very personal issue because when she's watching the BLM riots or Antifa, they're noting that this is exactly how it started in Cuba. And this is exactly what the left is trying to incentivize. Joe Biden's not only allowing these kinds of riots, he's encouraging them. And so, of course, they take it personally. And that's why I try so hard to advocate for President Trump. The fact that he got the coronavirus and came out mostly unscathed just showed that we were right to maintain constitutional liberties and that freedom needs to be maintained over any other form of government totalitarianism.
Joe Biden has reached out to the Latino community. He came out on the stage at an event a couple months ago playing Despacito. Apparently it's a thing that he does, but a lot of people thought it was patronage and pandering. But I mean, it didn't work for you though, apparently.
It definitely did not work for me. He was definitely patronizing the Latino community. But most importantly, even if he played Despacito, what we really are looking for is somebody who's going to represent our interests as American people. Despite the fact that we're Latino does not mean we separate ourselves from the American people. We're all Americans and we all want one thing, that's freedom. Our constitutional liberties, our fundamental rights given to us through the Constitution, but really it's power by the people granted to the government. And that's what President Trump represents, as opposed to Joe Biden, which is just taking that away.
What do you want to see the president take on in his next 4 years?
I'm looking forward to
Are you guys going in?
I have expedited entry. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't have you in.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you.
Can I follow you?
Yeah,
Something?
sure.
You got a card?
I'm here. 3. Like it over there?
Asian Pacific.
Asian for this.
For Trump.
Yes.
For your name?
Miss Lee.
Lee.
Chang.
Lee.
Ben.
And we work for the Kim channel. You go and send for YouTube. You have that we here every day, night. We talk about for Trump, for channel, and that's a Kim. Okay, for the Kim.
Trump, 4 more years.
Yes.
Trump.
Are you guys from Sanford area?
No, we are in St. Pete, Orlando, St. Pete.
Mount Laura, St. Pete.
Okay, so Central Florida.
Yes.
Is this your first Trump rally?
No, we do a lot.
Yesterday we in Tom Jr.
Okay.
And day before at My Pain. We all ready around.
You guys excited for the president? This is his
yes.
first
Of course.
Yesterday with Trump Jr. We have the whole team. Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you guys getting folks registered? And
We already done, and we just wait for they go to put it on. That's it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You guys excited for the president? You feeling good about it? few weeks out?
Yeah.
And right now, we already have a rally for Trump, 5 times ready.
Yeah.
We have Vietnamese community with the King Channel radios. He talking a lot about Trump, and everybody we collect all the around the state to go to have Trump rally with a boat rally.
Okay.
And on this weekend we have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the West Palm Beach.
Boat rally.
Boat rally.
Yeah.
About over 600 people on this town. We will go to the West Palm Beach on this weekend.
President Trump is the best president because he loves God, he loves this country, and he care for others. He care all the citizens, and also he have the good heart. It's very important to this country right now. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. I love the outfits.
What do you work for?
Breitbart News.
Breitbart News? Okay.
We're live on Facebook right now.
Very good. That's good.
Can I get one of these dresses?
Yeah, I can order for you.
You order it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me your size.
I will send you my size. Thank you guys.
Another one, 1, 2, 3. Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, suburban woman for Trump. Suburban woman for Trump.
The media says you don't exist.
Neither does the media. Tell that to me and my great aunt Fanny here.
President?
Yes, or we wouldn't be here.
Day one supporters?
Day one.
Yes.
Coming down the escalator. So this is my third Trump rally. So yeah.
The area?
We live 2.5 hours away.
Your name is?
I'm Terry.
Terry?
Yeah.
Scarlett.
Linda.
Linda.
Yeah.
Got the whole family voting for him,
We're from
right?
Arcadia, and Linda lives in Bonita Springs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got the whole family on board, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Otherwise, they're not family. That's not true.
You're not gonna vote by mail, right? Because you want your vote to count.
Today we'll be up first thing in the morning. We don't want it to end up in a ditch. We are. Yeah. Trump. I wear this to work every day. So.
What are you guys excited to see the president do in his second term?
What he's keep on
I
doing.
know, keep on. I would like
Keep on doing what he's doing.
the school choice.
Winning one of those
Continue with the
Nobel
immigration.
Prizes.
Yeah. Continue the immigration. Continue with
That's what I
jobs. Continue making our VA better and better.
Yes.
Because that was one of the most important things to me. So, yeah. And just keep fighting the evil left. I mean, we got to fight against socialism.
Break their back.
That's right. That's right. So,
Well, I appreciate you guys
all
so
right, well,
much.
thank you. We love Breitbart.
Thank you.
And what agency are you with?
So that was it. We talked to as many Trump supporters as we could. The lines are moving in. There are literally hundreds of supporters of the president out here at the Sanford Orlando International Airport. I have been Jerome Hudson, Breitbart News Entertainment editor, reporting for Matt Purdy. It's been a fun one. Thank you guys for watching.